Hello everyone, this is Nicole from Altenew. Welcome to a special video tutorial. This is a part of the Stamping Village Holiday Fest video hub. We're so excited to be a part of this. We are celebrating the release of the Holiday Seals stamp set that was released mid-August of this year. It is a special collaboration set designed by 12 different companies in the Stamping Village. This is actually a second set of this year that we came out with. We launched the first collaboration set called Mail Delivery set that you see here in time for 2019 Creativation trade show. So both of these sets are collaboration stamp sets, and all of their 100% net profit from the sales for these two sets are donated to the charity. So we are so excited to be part of this great cause and a very fun occasion where various stamp companies come together to release a collaborated product. So while I am stamping each image from the Holiday Seal stamp set, I'm going to explain a little bit about the Stamping Village. It is where various stamp companies are coming together to share the love of stamping and paper crafting and card making. And this idea came alive with the 2019 Creativation, where we all shared a space so that you can come and enjoy the atmosphere where different companies do make and takes together using different products from each companies. And we did scavenger hunt, which was really fun for all of our attendees to enjoy while they're attending the Creativation show. So we are hoping to do a lot more moving forward, and we're very excited that now it's growing from 9 different companies to 12 different companies to be a part of this Stamp Village. So if you get a chance to come to 2020 Creativation show, which is next January, you'll be able to see Stamping Village again, and hopefully you can feel the love and the joy that these companies share and all the opportunities that we have to teach our crafters with the joint effort. So I'm going to create a card using one of the stamp sets from this set today. This particular image was designed by us, Altenew. I'm going to use this image to be a focal point of today's card that I'm going to make. I stamped the image using permanent black ink onto a classic solar white, and I set that aside to fully set the ink onto the paper. This is going to allow ink to fully absorb onto the paper and allow me to color the images without the outline being fuzzy or bleed when I'm trying to color with markers later on. In the meantime, I'm going to prepare a background for my card front panel. And I took out an image from the leaf cluster stem set. I'm going to choose just a small sized leaf image from the set. And I am stamping randomly onto the cardstock using the Morning Frost ink pad. I wanted something subtle, so as this ink dries, it's going to get lighter, and I wanted that to be a background for the card today. And since this is going to be a holiday themed card, I thought having a little bit of leaf image onto the background would be perfect. So while the Holiday Seal stamp image are great for envelope seals, or you can use it on the card or the envelope front area along with other stamp that you're going to put as a postage, I thought this would be a great way to use the seal to be a focal point for the card. So more use of the stamp set. So now the ink is fully set onto the cardstock. I'm going to color in the tiny and detailed image of the mistletoe using some artist markers. I am going to use 3 different color shades from marker set E, which is Tropical Forest color family. And these are Parrot, Olive, and Moss. So I'm using only 3 colors from the 4 color family from set E, which is green shades. And I'm going to start with the lightest, which is Parrot, and move on to Olive and Moss by adding a little bit of shading. This image is very detailed, so you don't need to color a whole lot, and you can just touch the project just with the light touch using the fine tip of the artist markers that I'm using here. So once again, the color I'm using are Parrot, Olive, and Moss. So I started with the lightest and moving on to the darkest. And once I am all done adding the darkest, which is Moss, I'm going back to the stamped image using the lightest color, which is Parrot, and I'm going to just blend that in lightly. I'm not going to color in too much because I don't want them to bleed out over the outline a lot when it's dried. So I'm just going to leave it at that and blend minimally. For the berries, I am adding ruby red color just for a pop of red along with those other leaves of the mistletoe image. This stamp image actually fits perfectly onto a circle die from the Halftone circle die set. So I'm going to add a little bit of die cutting using that circle die set and placing the die right over the stamped image, secure it with some masking tape here, and I'm going to run this through a die cutting machine, which is the Mini Blossom die cutting machine by Altenew. So these are just very fun and quick way for you to create focal point and also add maybe a fun decoration on your envelope when you send out holiday cards. Once that is all cut, I'm going to go ahead and prepare a card panel where we stamp the leaf cluster images early on. I wanted to add a bit of sparkle onto the card panel itself, so I'm going to take antique silver metallic ink spray, and I took out the nozzle part. Instead of spraying directly onto it, I took out the spray nozzle part, and I just took that right over to the card front area and tapped over it to add some splatters. And I focused on the top portion of the card front rather than the bottom portion of the card. I wanted a splatter to focus onto the area where the cutout image that we just colored is going to sit. I wanted a bit of finishing touch, so I added the natural twine and added just 3 different loops on that thing and try to secure that after I know exactly where I want that twine to go. So once that is all done, I'm going to secure the twines on the back by adding some masking tape and just held it there. And after I know exactly where I want that focal point piece to go, I will add some foam tape behind it and secure it by adhering it onto the twine and knot area that I just made. And that is pretty much done with our card front. I'm going to add a couple more finishing touches, but before that, I want to make sure we assemble the card, adding the card base. I'm using pale gray cardstock, and I'm going to go ahead and add a bit of foam tape on the back of our card panels that we decorated earlier, and that's going to go right on top of the card bases that we prepared. As a final touches, I am adding just a bit of clear sequins. You can use various sizes per your liking. I use 6mm and 4mm, and then I am just adding a bit of liquid glue and adding just 3 sequences. And that finishes the project for today. I hope this gave you an idea to use our holiday seal stamp set. And make sure to check over our blog post over at altenewblog.com. That way you can check out all of the fun giveaways along with project details. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you next time. Have a great day.